Hello everyone, and welcome to Mr. Simplifies Tutorials. The purpose of this video is to provide a very simple explanation about what marketing segmenting is, or in other words, what marketing segmentation is. Well, basically, marketing segmentation is a way of finding a specific market for your product or your idea or your business. Now, you could be a business owner with a business having multiple products or a portfolio of brands, or you're probably just starting up and you have a good idea in your mind and you think, okay, how do I put this plan into action? One of the most important steps to do when you're at that stage where you're trying to identify how to actually get into a market is to do a simple marketing segmentation exercise to try and identify your target market and ensure that your sales strategies and your marketing strategies are in line and cater only to that specific market to which your product is relevant to. So that is marketing segmentation basically. It's the practice which is used to narrow down the market to specific audiences. Now, the world is full of diverse people. You are different to me, I'm different to somebody else, and basically we're all different to one another. And so are our needs, and so are our purchase behaviors, patterns that we use, websites and habits that we use to find products that we are looking for. Some people prefer to shop online. Some people prefer to never shop online and always go to a physical shop to do all of their shopping. So different people have different habits, different ways of getting things that they want. So it is important to ensure that you are targeting the relevant market. So segmentation ensures that your strategies are tailored to, you might have a product and you might have different strategies for different markets for the same product as well, and marketing segmentation will help you identify these different strategies as well. It is on the other side of the spectrum to mass marketing. Mass marketing is basically marketing your product or your brand to every single person around basically. For instance, a lot of companies invest in very broad email lists and then decide to send out like email newsletters out to a whole lot of audiences. And honestly speaking, in this day and age where we've got very effective spam filters and people with very short attention spans, that is not a very effective way of marketing your products. If you're targeting the wrong product to the wrong audiences, it's just a complete waste of time and resources. For example, if you're trying to sell woolly caps to a hot country, to a tropical hot country, it's not really going to work. You should be, if you're selling woolly caps, you should be selling it to a cold country. So that brings us to the first type of segmentation. There are 4 types basically: demographic, geographic, psychographic, and behavioral. And now we come on to the first type, which is demographic, which would again be very relevant to the example that I've already used. What is demographic segmentation? It's segmenting the audiences based on things like gender, income levels, ethnicity, education type or education level. Now let's get an example relevant to demographic segmentation. For instance, a good example would be selling luxury cruise holidays. Now, it's these holidays would be very expensive. So basically, selling a luxury cruise holiday would be similar to selling an expensive car. You obviously want to sell these to the right type of people who would be able to afford them. So you'd be able to, they would be able to afford it basically. And you therefore segment your market in such a way that you only target certain income levels for your product. So that is a type of demographic segmentation. Now if we think about geographic segmentation, again, the first example that we've already used about woolly caps is relevant here. Geographic segmentation is basically segmenting the market in relation to their geographic location in the world, their region, their location in terms of the country or the specific state, if you want to target it that way basically. So it just depends on your scale of marketing and the type of product that you want to sell. For instance, if you're trying to sell compact cars, it would be more efficient to be selling these in a densely populated country or a densely populated city. Not to say that a compact car would not be sold well in a sparsely populated country, but obviously if you take the example the other way around, that if you're trying to sell very large cars in to densely populated cities, it's probably not going to be very effective, because people in densely populated cities or countries tend to have a problem of space, so parking will be a huge problem. So basically you're thinking in the lines of the customer, in the line of the consumer, the end user who's going to buy your product, and segmenting your market and targeting specific relevant audiences to sell your product. Now, very interesting, psychographic segmentation. Now, psychographic segmentation is much more advanced than geographic or demographic segmentation, because here you actually study things like lifestyle, attitudes and interests of people, and then you can actually deliver specific solutions to them, which would be your product or your service which is on offer. A lot of people revert to social media to capture this sort of information in this day and age, because people's attitudes, interests and lifestyles can very easily be captured through social media. It's interesting how much information is available about every single person in the world who is on social media these days. Another example I could say is Google. Google captures a lot of information and makes use of a lot of this information. I'll give you a good example. The other day I was writing an email to a friend of mine about my dog, and obviously it had mentions of my dog. The word dog featured a couple of times in the email, and what do I see? I see ads relevant to dog-based products, ads relevant to pet products, pet food, and spa treatments for dogs, etc. in my Google feeds. So the next time I opened Gmail, the ads on the right hand side were all relevant to pet products. So this is psychographic segmentation. They know that I have a dog, they know that I care about it, and they're targeting me. They've targeted me as an audience specific for that product. Now, the next type is behavioral segmentation. Again, extremely effective, because a person's purchase patterns or habits are studied in this type of segmentation. So very, very effective way of explaining this would be through the example of Amazon. Amazon, a lot of you people would be using Amazon on a very regular basis. I certainly do. I shop at Amazon on a weekly basis, I would say. And what Amazon does very smartly is it tends to group things together. So if product A is similar to product B or goes hand in hand with product B, then if you purchase product A, product B will be advertised to you, or product A will be re-advertised if it's a consumable product and you're very likely to run out of it. For example, I purchased an electric toothbrush on Amazon, and very soon, very obviously, I could see ads relating to replaceable heads for electric toothbrushes as soon as I logged on to Amazon next time. I could see ads relating to caps for toothbrushes the next time I logged on to Amazon. So these are all very effective ways because they've studied my buyer behavior, my purchasing pattern, and now they're selling ads. Now they're showing me ads relevant to those numbers that they've got, that behavior that they've captured of mine. Okay, so this hopefully has given you a brief idea about segmentation and what it actually means and how it actually can be used in your business or your startup idea or one of your portfolio of brands. So basically a very simple video. I don't want to extend the size of it, and I don't want to make it as complicated as a lot of the other people who've posted segmentation videos online have in the past. This is all you have to know, and this is hopefully simple enough for you. So thank you very much for viewing this video, and I hope this was useful for you and all the other content on my channel as well. Please like, share and subscribe for future content.